main character.
I might be shit at it. See you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Me having one of those days where I'm wondering, am I having a midlife crisis? Hi, I'm Marg, and this is my vlog. We're back at it again. I thought, as my previous video about my fibroid journey was actually really quite successful. I had so many wonderful responses, so many stories, things that people have shared. Why not do it again? I thought I might expand upon that while putting on some slap. Slap, 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 slap. We'll never improve this regardless. So let's begin. Hair out my way. David Beckham style, circa 1990s. Or is it the noughties? He did it anyway. Some e.l.f. eye primer. Sticking shit on my eye again. You promised you'd stop singing. You really did. You did promise. Write that all over the eye. Like so. And then what I like to do is actually something I copied off Graveyard Girl. Recommend her. She is so funny. Bunny is just hilarious. I love her and I love her look and I love her style. Very inspirational. Is putting on some concealer. This one is definitely nearly coming out of date now. Long lasting concealer, because this helps make the eye colour pop. And now I just look like I got some weird ass eyelashes. Sorry. So okay, today I wanted just to expand on the fibroid story really, or the journey so far, but also add some context in between things, like things possibly to expect or things that affect you, but also from some of the stories that I received, it was nice to kind of hear stories or things that have happened to other women that were so similar to myself. It's nice to know you're not alone, that there's so many people out there that are suffering, or women primarily who are suffering. And because when these things happen, it's so natural to kind of go, this is only happening to me! Which it turns out, no it's not. It's kind of, I find it quite humbling in a way. Also, hey mum, I'm using my hands! Jazz hands, mother, jazz hands. I used to be at theatre. I'm going to start with bases today. I'm going to do it slightly differently. So, I'm going to start with my Revolution palette, my Max one, and let's begin. I think I'm going to go purpley today, so I'm going to go brown. Whatever happens. Let's talk about this. Firstly, what I found, this is so common, that a lot of women get misdiagnosed, and that's incredible to me. But even that happened to me. As I said previously, things started happening about 4 years ago. I'm using this shade, by the way. Sorry, it doesn't have a name, we'll call it Lighty Marmy. All over my eye and blend. And they often get misdiagnosed with either IBS, which is what they thought I was, so irritable bowel syndrome. Symptoms, irritable bowel syndrome. Or, in my case as well, because I am diagnosed with high anxiety. I was diagnosed when I was 21, so I kind of know a little bit and I've learned how to manage things. It's taken a long time, but you do get there eventually. It just takes time. And also, whoever's texting me! Stacey, it's okay, it's only Stacey. High anxiety based pain. So they thought because I was so anxious that it was affecting me physically, which wasn't unreasonable. Or they suggested removing certain foods, so gluten, milk, bread, just like that. And so many other women have actually got diagnosed with that. They assumed that, and they could be going years, just like myself, going years without any proper medical support. And this kind of leads into the next bit, physical symptoms. I'm going to try and do a lighter thing here, just a shade on the top. But physical symptoms, oh my god. Like, one of my big ones was severe bloating. And yeah, I'm still quite bloated, but now with the treatment, it's shrunk down, and now that stomach is just all fibroid, baby. It's just all fibroid. But yeah, I did some like research because I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what it looked like for others, and you just think, God, these poor women, because you get to see these big, huge masses inside them, and a lot of them were X-rays and things like that. And shit, like the physical effects can vary from person to person. They really can, but like the stomach can represent themselves differently, etc. Like for example, here's mine. I look very pregnant, don't I? And I'm not ashamed to share that photograph. I'm not ashamed of it because that is just how it is. I saw other pictures of women with that type of thing. Like one woman, for example, she's got like this is stories I read online, but it almost looked like there was a sack of potatoes. And that's just horrible to me. That's horrible. Just gonna cut shade along here on the eye. Another symptom is that during periods you lose an excessive amount of blood. And periods can be excessively painful. I had the IDU. You'll know what that is. It's called, we're usually called the coil. I had the coil, I had the 10-year one, and for years I had no problem. Had the second one put in, no problem. And again, another thing they thought was that, oh, the coil is causing you so much pain, and this. And that was the assumption again, that it was expected because while you're on the coil, you do have heavier bleeding. Where are you, doctors? I take that back. The doctors have been very good here, I gotta say. Don't forget your notes. Don't forget your... Another symptom that I got was actually needing to go to the loo all the time. I had to wee all the time. 1 hour once I counted. I went on an average of 30 times in an hour. It was like excessive needing to go. Oh hell no! What the hell? What the hell? Especially when you work as my job. I'm a support worker. You can't just keep going to the blooming loo all the time like a crazy person. I'm not a crazy person. Also, but as you saw from the photograph, I was losing, I was losing weight from October 28 to January 2019, and I seemed to be doing really, really well. Then all of a sudden it stopped, and I just grew, and I couldn't understand. My diet had changed, everything had changed, so it just made no sense to me why this was happening. And I'll admit something straight off the bat. I haven't been able to wear a pair of jeans since March. Since March. I've just been living in leggings, stretchy trousers. The last thing that was any denim like, but it was this soft denim like, it was a pair of jean shorts because I went to Japan and I was freaking boiling. I have that as this sudden weight gain, and there was nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. Very upsetting. I'm still having to wear leggings now, right up to the point of my surgery. I think I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being able to wear jeans again. Winning! Okay, what next? What next? What next? I need a pop of colour. That's what I want. I want a pop. I want a pop of colour. Shall I go back to over an eye? Do I want to do that? Oh, it's so difficult. Is it? The red is it. Just to give it that little bit. After I was hospitalised in June of 2019, because here's a little bit of the story time. Like, I knew I had a fibroid, and I knew about that, and I knew there'd be pain of this lovely reddy colour here. And I knew there'd be more pain, but at least I could understand it. At least I could explain it. Then one day I was at work, I was finishing a sleep-in, and all of a sudden, just shots of pain. So much pain. It was like somebody had the biggest bloody talons for falsies, and they were pressing into me. I was in so much pain, I couldn't speak. I felt like I couldn't walk. I had to support myself on the counters. Called 111, called my manager, and off I went to bloody hospital. Off I went. And they thought, before they bloody listened to me, once again, they thought I was having a miscarriage. But I kept telling them, while dosed up to the eyeballs, like, hello? That no, I have a fibroid, please just listen to me. Thought it had twisted, and 4 days later, I was out of the hospital, just managed to escape. I think the weirdest part of that hospital thing was I was left alone and I was on morphine, and I was on my phone. I must have fallen asleep, but when I woke up and I came round, I realised I was on eBay and I was trying to buy Louis Vuitton bags. Drugged up me has some fine ass taste. Enough fucking rich looks. So I've already told Jay the next time I'm in hospital, do not leave me alone with my phone. Try and remove the eBay app, remove my NatWest app, remove everything, okay? Knowing me, I'm gonna do something fucking stupid. But when I came out of hospital, that meant work had to do something about it. And I bet a lot of women found this as well. It's like being pregnant, and I've said that before. It is like being pregnant. And my boss didn't even know what to do. And when I was explained to her, as I say, it's pedunculated, pendulous, fibroid. What's that then? Do you know what I had to do? I had to explain to him, like, okay, imagine Alien, and you know the bit where the guy's on the table and something just kind of... That's what's happening! Apparently that worked. What the hell? That shouldn't have had to work, but oh well, c'est la vie. C'est la vie, bitches, c'est la vie. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit more. How does that look to you? Actually, that don't look too bad. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I shall lie, you're never happy with that. What do you think, guys? It reminds me of my niece doing that when she was little. So, going back to work, I had to have a review, and God, that was fun. That was fun. To go back to a back to work scheme anyway, and have a meeting with a health professional, and explaining to her, she looked so damn confused. She looked so damn confused. Seriously, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? And I kind of explained that it's just part of work. I had to do it, which is fair enough. I think she was pretty much of the word of like, but it's self-explanatory. And the best thing they could suggest, oh my God, what? It looks like a smeared death on me. Ah! The best thing that they could do for me was pretty much treat me like a pregnant person. Well, pregnant one, there's only one way. Was treat me like I was pregnant, because how else could they do anything really? But then for the next couple of months, it affected my work, and I was working with someone who needed a lot of physical care, a lot of help lifting, changing things, doing that. I felt so useless. Like I completely failed at my job. Like I hated myself, I really did. I still kind of hate myself, because there's times when I can't do certain things. Or I have to ask to get up, help to get up. Very, very depressing. I'm going to do a cut crease again, because I freaking love a cut crease. I'm just meeting Jay for drinks, so you can imagine how I dress when we're going somewhere fancy. Every time I do my makeup, I think of my friend Claire, or I think of my friend Faye. Actually, or any female friend that has tried to teach me to do makeup, and I'm going, are you proud of me now? I have stuff! And now I look like a crazy drag queen. Like, dry off, you bitches! A couple months after the hospital, started my treatment. And as I said, first month great, second month not so great, and it's not been so easy afterwards. Even at work, I found it so difficult to kind of be my usual self when you are going through so much, and my brain is thinking of so much, like, are they going to take my womb, for example? That's a lot to think about. It's really a lot to think about. Love this palette. My friend Faye bought me this one. Decided to do Naked palette, Urban Decay Heat, and Lumbre. I'm assuming that's what it says. But I'm gonna tap that all over the sector because I decided I want to be shiny today. I'm gonna be shiny. We may only going out for a drink, but bugger it! I want to feel pretty, and I damn well will. Sunshine. When did I become a Texan? Also, I think one of the most challenging bits was that there are times when you feel so much discomfort and pain, and you're trying to do that. And I'm a support worker, like I said before, and I'm working with vulnerable people. And all of a sudden now, there are moments they catch you. They catch you when you're in pain or this, that, and the other. And I'll never forget this one guy's face, because I was buckled over. I couldn't think, and I just saw his face. He's looking at me quite blankly. Well, not blankly, but like intensely. I mean, intensely. I'm going, I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, all right. And kind of carried on. But I knew he was still watching me. Like, oh. I felt so bad. I felt so bad to be doing that. Part of me keeps thinking I shouldn't have been doing it, honestly. What do we think? We need something in the middle. We need something over here. So I think we're going to try a bit of gold. Oh, yes. Yes. You see a slight difference now? And that's from Harp. Makeup Revolution again. Forever Flawless. Sorry, I won't try and sound like a makeup guru. I'm so lying to myself. I'm not a makeup guru. I am just a human being talking about women's stuff while shoving shit on her face. The bit to go with that was when I was diagnosed and they finally told me, hey, guess what? You got this thing. Great! The possibilities. Possibilities of what could happen. Luckily, like I said, I know I'm gonna have a myomectomy, but initially there was that possibility of having a hysterectomy. Now that, I think, for me, was probably the most frightening thing I've ever heard in my life. But the most frightening thing, because I've always wanted kids, always wanted them, and I did always say that, like, if I couldn't have kids, I'd adopt. But I didn't realise that there was a possibility I might lose the choice. Thank heavens I haven't lost that choice, but that moment is one of the ones I will never forget. I will never forget that bloody moment for the rest of my bloody days. You got a blend, bitch. Once I started having the hormone treatment and then trying to deal with menopause, especially when you don't know, I had to ask my mother. I had to think back to when I was working in a school, and this was in my early 20s, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad. There was a corner of ladies who were all in their like 50s, and they all talked about, oh, I'm having the flashes today. Oh, I feel, I'm boiling cracker window. We're all talking about the menopause, and they were trying to one-up each other off of their symptoms. But now looking back at him going, I get it now. I'm so sorry, I get it now. Because I thought it was hilarious at the time. Because I'm thinking, it can't be that bad. Flipping well it is. I have to sleep with a hot water bottle that's filled with cold water. Now, to get that through your head. No problemos, primus back. Bitch, better blur. I'm sorry, I keep swearing. Swearing today, and that's just not good. And my light is... The light is going. I understand the world of a YouTuber now. Don't sound so up your ass, love. You're just doing shit because you find it funny. But as we're coming to the end of it now, the anxiety is on an all-time bloody high. It is on an all-time high. But then I keep wondering whether that's the Zoladex, what I'm being treated with, or is that me? But then again, it's bloody surgery. Of course I'm frightened. Of course I'm terrified. Of course I'm going to be anxious. Of course I can't bloody sleep. I don't think I've had a decent night's sleep for so long. I know I wasn't a brilliant sleeper before. I think that just runs in my family. Beating my face again. But as things have come closer and the treatments are coming closer and having to manage that, it's exhausting. It's honestly exhausting. Can't wait to just finish work and just... Though on the day of the surgery, you watch now, I'll be the one you hear down the corridor crying and screaming because I just gotta go, I don't want to do it! You can't make me! I'm just hoping it all goes okay. Even when I was told about what was going to happen to me, I'm going to try and conceal the black eyes from underneath my eyes because, you know, bitch needs to. I think that was probably... So, possibilities of that I might have to lose my womb or, you know, blood transfusion. But... and a few other things which I'm not going to mention because, you know, that's a bit intense even for anybody, and I wouldn't share that here. I don't want to share that feeling with anyone like that, you know? I look like I'm going, and two tribes go to war. Bitches war paint. It looks like I'm doing some extreme crying. I don't know actually what this does. I just see people do it, so I copy. Expose! She knows shit! She knows jack shit! But you know what? I think one of the biggest things I can take from this, I hoped that after I mentioned a bad relationship, I'm not going to discuss that any further than what I had. I thought the bad times were over. I really genuinely did. I thought, this is it. I'm with Jay now, and you know, we're gonna have a lovely future together. I will work my ass off with this person because I love him that much, and first time ever. I think probably the biggest problem about the whole bloody thing is that a couple of months prior to me finding out about all this was that we were gonna try for a baby. We were gonna try for a baby. We were gonna, you know, start that plan down to parenthood. And then to find out about that, just put a stop to everything. Put a stop to everything. The doctor advised saying that's not a good idea because of the size of it, that would crush anything inside me, and it's already crushing my organs, so I kind of think that's not a good idea. But to have that paused when that's all you want. The amount of times I had that discussion saying like I failed, I'm not a functional woman anymore. I even in a very big stupid state when I told Jay to go, and I told him you need to be with someone else who does function, who does work, and if anybody else ever felt like that, let me know down in the comments, because it was just, I never felt like that before, and I never wanted to leave Jay. But that moment was my moment of, no, I don't work anymore, I don't function anymore, I don't work. And he called me stupid. I have a very good man and I'm very lucky, and he didn't leave. I think I'm gonna, a bit of highlight, yeah? I'm just being very honest and open about how I felt about the whole thing, and I think once this is all been and done, my life is going to change, and we can actually start doing the things that we want to. I won't feel so limited. I can wear jeans! No. That's a very childish thing to say. Shut up, Anna. Shut up, Mog. Things will change. And it'll be so nice to get back to some sort of normality. I can't wait. Highlight, cause I know we love a bit of highlight. Highlight! Last few little bits. Now that I have bared my soul upon YouTube! I'm so in trouble. I'm so in trouble. I hope people are understanding about all this, because like, yeah, she's talking shit. No, I'm not talking shit. Last bit, because I want to do this under my eye. Okay, I think I'm nearly done. Nearly done. Last few bits before lipstick and everything. I'm a firm believer in undramatic on top, do casual down below. Okay, I think that's the final look. What do you think, guys? It's like getting better at this makeup thing. Yay! Thank you. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. I know it was kind of a bit like oh, she's just repeating herself, but I wanted to do the little in-between bits other than the whole story, because that thing would have just been massively long. So this was just sort of like all the little bits that entwined with others, and also things I thought were quite interesting to me as a person, especially in highlight of what people have told me or women have told me, and I think that's quite amazing. And I really hope if anybody out there is suffering with this thing, just imagine you're not alone. You have people to talk to. You know there can be treatment. Just go find out. Demand to have the Expelliarmus what the fuckers thing. And just see what's going on. Try and get it ruled out, because a misdiagnosis can lead to years and years of pain and uncomfortableness and stress and anxiety. I don't want to see anybody else go through that like I did. So, I hope you found this useful. Okay, that's it. I'm Mog. That was my vlog. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe. See ya! Mog exposing herself! Not like that. Literally, this is my setup. I think I didn't do too badly. See you guys. Mwah.